Tim Raines. I'm the EMEA Security and Compliance Lead for AWS. Thank you for joining me in a conversation with Securestorm. And for this conversation, I'm joined by Tony, the Managing Director of Securestorm. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Give us a little background on yourself and the company.
Yeah, so Securestorm's a cyber and privacy consultancy. We're certified by the UK National Cyber Security Centre to provide security advice to government organisations, suppliers to government, and generally the tech industry. So Securestorm ranges from general sort of security advisories and, like I said, into the data privacy, from dealing with GDPR to providing data protection officers and sort of other compliance and specialist assessments.
That's awesome. So business must be booming because GDPR is sort of a topic at the top of everyone's list. What kind of questions and concerns do your customers have about GDPR?
It's been quite interesting. This has been quite a wide range of interest, both from people just wanting to understand about it to organisations and having really sort of detailed sort of technical queries, from where understanding how machine learning and artificial intelligence can cope with things like data privacy, to just trying to understand how the processes and procedures that are needed to be in place to be compliant with the law.
Very cool. So in terms of GDPR and GDPR compliance, what do you think the top 2 or 3 challenges customers are having with it are?
The 2 top ones I'm going to say, just understanding it, understanding how it impacts them, and what's actually needed to be compliant, and not the sort of the whole sort of showboat that's around it. The other aspect is getting them to understand that the information's all there. They don't, it's freely available from the ICO, and also just for them to understand, doing personal data journey mapping, understanding how the data comes into their organisation, what they're doing, why they're doing it, how it's being looked after, and where it's going to. And just that mapping actually can help them understand within their own organisation exactly what's going on, and they can even make improvements and efficiency savings just by understanding it and getting into understanding it, because a lot of data tends, especially personal data, tends to grow organically within organisations, and therefore they don't always have a handle on it, and that whole process can help them understand. Once they've done that, then actually the rest of the components required from GDPR and the UK Data Protection Act is actually a lot easier.
That makes so much sense, because it's not really a destination, it's a journey, right,
Yeah.
that continues on and on. So how does the cloud help with GDPR compliance?
Well, with the cloud, you can understand, certainly if you understand the architectures and you can understand your data, again, flowing in and flowing out. Generally, when you're building in the cloud, you have to have quite a good handle on that. So that, again, works with the mapping. But also, you can start working with some of the organisational technical security measures. So if elements are being handled by your cloud provider, and they're all sort of really, especially the public cloud providers, super open on what security is involved, how it's being affected, and therefore you can have a confidence and understanding about what security is actually in place.
So how does your company specifically help customers with that sort of intersection of doing things faster and better with cloud and GDPR compliance and cybersecurity? What can you guys do to help?
Well, we can, from having sort of detailed technical understanding of how information and data flows in and out of the cloud, sort of best practice architecture and security measures to be put in place, how that dovetails with their processes and procedures. We can assist with that, from security architecture to assessments of, to actually good practice guides, how to meet government requirements, especially around cybersecurity and the data components. And then just the general sort of where the cloud services, for example, have been assured, which means basically that as independent experts, we've actually looked at cloud provision and the cloud services and actually done a security assessment, and we can provide that as third-party experts.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining me. This has been In Conversation with Securestorm.